Unit 2.2 Topic 2 Understand policies and procedures for the safeguarding, protection and welfare of children. AC 2.1 The role of the EYP in safeguarding. It is essential for every EYP to identify each child's need in their setting to ensure that they are protected at all times. Initially, it is important for the EYP to carry out a structured assessment on the child in all areas of learning and development, as well as identifying their strengths and weaknesses. It is important to ensure that the child's safety and well-being is taken into account. EYP must ensure that the child's photo should not be on their personal mobile phone or computer, and all photos, if necessary, should be taken with the school camera or iPad and should not include the face of the child. In our setting, photos can only be taken using the school iPad and must be deleted once used. AC 2.2 Reporting and the responsibility to meet safeguarding, protection and welfare requirements. Duty of care. All adults, whether paid or unpaid, who work with or on behalf of children have a duty of care in that they are accountable for the way they exercise their authority, manage risk, use resources, and otherwise act to safeguard children. In carrying out their work, the child's welfare must be paramount. This means that they have a duty to keep children safe and protect them from sexual, physical, and emotional harm and neglect, treat children with dignity and respect at all times, take reasonable steps to ensure children's safety and well-being. Failure to do so may be regarded as neglect. Ensure that confidential information about children is only shared when it is in the child's interests to do so. AC 2.3 Boundaries of confidentiality. In general, you must keep sensitive information confidential. If information circulates too freely, parents can feel very exposed and vulnerable. They may stop sharing information with staff. Further, they should seek consent before sharing any information on the child. Important to educate the children on how to express themselves and making them feel comfortable in their setting to be able to state when they are happy, sad, and speak freely. In the setting we have a toilet inside the classroom. As EYP, we are not allowed to enter the toilet unless given permission from the child or unless the child is screaming for help. .4 Benefits of partnership working. Partnership working is essential for the child's overall welfare, protection, and safeguarding, as early intervention is crucial to protect the child before something is to happen to the child. Different professionals and agencies should work together to help the child and family early on when there are difficulties. They should not wait until something serious happens before taking action. Initial assessment. An initial assessment is undertaken by specialist children's social workers in response to referrals made by, for example, schools, doctors, nurses, and early years settings. The initial assessment informs the decision of what to do next. Possible decisions include the following: offering services to support the child and family, if it is judged that the child is not at immediate risk of harm but is at risk of poor developmental outcomes. Urgent action to protect the child from harm, e.g. apply for a court order to take the child into care. Social workers cannot take children away from their parents, only the courts can direct this. However, a police officer can take a child into police protection in an emergency. Holding a strategy discussion. This would happen where the assessment indicates that the child may be suffering significant harm. Other professionals, like GPs, health visitors, teachers, and early years practitioners, who know the child and family may be invited to this discussion. Specialist police officers must always be represented in strategy discussions. Where appropriate, a child protection conference will be arranged. Child Protection Conference. The Child Protection Conference seeks to establish, on the basis of evidence from the referral and the initial assessment, whether the child has suffered ill treatment, or whether their health or development has been significantly impaired as a result of physical, emotional, or sexual abuse or neglect. A professional judgment must be made about whether further ill treatment or impairment is likely to occur. It is possible to hold a child protection conference pre-birth if there are significant concerns that the newborn baby will be at risk of immediate harm, for example, in a family where there has been significant previous child abuse, or where a mother has abused drugs or alcohol during pregnancy. The core group. The core group of professionals and the child's parents must meet within 10 working days of a child being made subject to a child protection plan. The group will be called together by the child's social worker in the role of the lead professional, sometimes called the key worker, and will then meet regularly as required. This group should include a member of staff from the child's early years setting or school. The core group develops the child protection plan into a more detailed working tool, outlining who will do what and by when. Both this working plan and the overall child protection plan should be based on the assessments undertaken by the specialist social worker and others, and should address the issues arising in relation to the child's developmental needs, parenting capacity, family, and environmental factors. There should be a review child protection conference within 3 months of the initial conference. Further reviews should be held at least every 6 months while the child remains subject to a child protection plan.